set for the opening race, or Parasology, the race favourite, was going roughly there. They've got past it. They've got past it, so we'll see what happens here. We're just about set. Mobile swings in. Stand by for a start. There's the green light. Parasology's missed away. And first out was Is I Out down to the inside, driven hard, looking for the early lead as Fine Sparkle, and driving over from out wide, Rhiannon Shannon. More Advice spears through the centre. Great charge for the early lead. Just in behind those runners on settling down as Paint Me a Canvas, and they were being followed next of all up on the outside by Tosca Jack. Caught a little deep there was the Mighty Shuey. Just inside of it now is Parasology, saving some ground, and further back to the Brazen Head in company there with Do Star, and Madam Misty will settle at the back end of the field. Lead time was 31.9 travelling down the back of the track, and the leader is More Advice. It won that early speed battle and leads out by a neat length. Second spot is I Out on its back, and they were followed by Rhiannon Shannon, and working around the outside is the Mighty Shuey after being caught wide. It slides forward now and parks without cover, or just getting into trouble. There was Rhiannon Shannon. I don't know whether it's got a gear problem, but something's certainly gone amiss with it. They were being followed further back there in fifth spot by the Brazen Head, and getting into the 1-1 was Fine Sparkle. Further afield then as they run down the side of the track then was the Brazen Head, Madam Misty. Well astern of them as they come into the home straight was Tosca Jack with Parasology, and well back in the field then as they come down the home section now as Do Star, and being retired from the race now after striking some bother there on settling down was Rhiannon Shannon. They greet the judge with a round to go, 32-3 the split, and the leader is More Advice. In second spot at the moment as they leave the straight was the Mighty Shuey. Locked away on the inside is I Out, and enjoying the run of the race next of all on the outside as Paint Me a Canvas. Further back to the Brazen Head, and it's trailed there by Fine Sparkle. The inside was Madam Misty, followed well back in the run by Tosca Jack, Parasology and Do Star. Down the back, 31 second split, 63-3 for the half, and More Advice giving plenty. Gets about 3 parts to a length clear now. Trying hard as the Mighty Shuey, followed by Is I Out, locked away. Under some pressure, Paint Me a Canvas. Tosca Jack cuts loose with a big burst around them, and further back then is the Brazen Head, and Parasology's trying to drive through between runners. It's More Advice, the leader. 29-6 third split. Coming at it strongly on the outside now is Paint Me a Canvas. Further out is Tosca Jack, the Mighty Shuey, and Parasology's not all that far away. Paint Me a Canvas goes to the lead. Coming at it is Tosca Jack. Parasology's further out. The leader is still Paint Me a Canvas. Cutting it back on the outside is Tosca Jack, but Paint Me a Canvas is packing plenty of power and starts to forge away the last little bit, and Paint Me a Canvas will beat second home Tosca Jack. The Mighty Shuey stayed on and got the third, I fancy, ahead of Parasology. Close up with those runners was the Brazen Head, followed by More Advice, Is I Out, and then came a gap after Madam Misty. Well back was Do Star. With those runners, Fine Sparkle, and retired from the event with a lap and a quarter to go was Rhiannon Shannon. Last quarter to come after the running of race number 1. Winner of the first race will be number 11, Paint Me a Canvas. Paint Me a Canvas will take honours in the first. Paint Me a Canvas, trained and driven by Darren Elder, is owned by R. Giffen and J.O. Giffen. A Baymare 6 by Modern Art out of High Medina. Found itself in a good spot, and then from there was able to come out wider with a run. Tosca Jack loomed up to tackle, but she fought on strongly, Paint Me a Canvas, and she's been able to go home best and has been rewarded with some consistent racing with a victory here tonight. Disregard the time there on the board for the moment, with that last quarter being a little astray. But it's 11 first, 12 is second, 11 beats 12, 28.9 is that last quarter, and the rate 2:1.8. 2:33.7 is the gross time. 2:33.7, 2:18. It's 11, 12, 7 does get third, the Mighty Shuey, and Parasology, good run under the circumstances after missing away, went roughly in the score up, galloped away, tailed out, but has tacked on and finished in the 4th spot. 11, 12, 7, 3 after the running of the first event. 11, 12, 7, 3. 2.5 by 5 3/4. The margins 2.5, 5 3/4. Place getters are returning. And Darren Elder returns victorious, draws first blood on this Big 10 race card with the win of Paint Me a Canvas. She sat in a lovely trailing spot and finished best to beat Tosca Jack, the Mighty Shuey, and Parasology. 11, 12, 7 and 3. And there goes the payout signal. It's all clear right to pay on race 1. 2.5, 5 3/4, 233.7, 218 the mile rate. Darren Elder, the winning trainer driver of Amare 6, Paint Me a Canvas by Modern Art out of High Medina, owned by R&J Giffen. Too good for them in the first. All clears up. Paves the way for the second race, which is scheduled to run at 6:37. Number 2 goes further forward. Good evening to you, Paul.